Naszym gościem jest Manuel Rodríguez III. Jest to już trzecie pokolenie państwa Rodríguez, którzy w swojej historii mają gitary klasyczne. Można powiedzieć, że to jest druga największa firma gitar klasycznych na świecie i najdłużej istniejąca, z czystym sumieniem. Hello Manuel, nice to meet you.
Hi, thank you for this invitation. This is an amazing show. Amazing.
How are you?
I'm enjoying so much this show, first day, first time, and look how busy. I'm so impressed. So congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. It sounds spectacular and huge when we think that you're the third generation in your family. Can you tell us something more about your heritage?
Okay, I'm the third generation of this second oldest guitar brand in the world of classical flamenco guitars. As you can see the banner, we have the best musicians playing our instruments. And my concern is our industry to grow for young people. We need young people to play more musical instruments. I mean, less social media, less Instagram, get a guitar, play a musical instrument, go to the beach, take your girlfriend and play her the guitar. It's more inspiring and good for your brain to learn to play music. And it's wonderful. Music is happiness.
When we're talking about classical guitar, most of the time people consider it like the classical music.
Yes.
And we know that your guitars are used in flamenco,
Yes.
in pop music,
Jazz.
in
Yes.
jazz also, and it's also in Latin America,
Latin America.
like samba, I think.
But
Yeah.
you see, the nylon string guitar is the first instrument, and then came the evolution of the steel string, electrical guitars, but we are the roots. And then all this you see here is the evolution of the guitar.
Yes.
Because we've been in the history for 300 years. Spain has invented the guitar, and then Christopher Columbus went to the States, to North America, and then came steel string, and then Leo Fender, electrical guitars. And my dad worked for Leo Fender. I was born in West Hollywood, LA, because my parents went to the States to make guitars for the Hollywood industry in 1955.
Oh, I didn't know that. So this is like another part of this history.
Yes.
But they came back to Spain to?
Yes. They went to live there for 18 years. That's the reason I'm a universal guy. I'm not American, not Spanish. I see the planet as a universal language. Music is universal language, and the guitar is universal.
That's
so
true.
I think in a global way, and there's no borders on music or musical instruments. You know, what I try to fight in this will, crazy will, is more music, more peace, no war. That's my battle.
Yeah, bravo. That's the language of music that
Correct.
connects us all together.
Absolutely.
Whether we talk the same common language,
Exactly.
we can play together some classical music or whatever you like.
Any race,
Yeah.
any culture plays a musical instrument.
But how do you find, you talked about the inspiration within the all guitars that come from the same root of classical guitars.
Yes.
But I see that there are some let's not call it innovation, but there are some changes within the design of classical guitar. Can you say something more about what's new in those guitars?
Let me explain this.
Yeah.
This is the old school. It's called
It's
pegs.
violin.
This was like 100 years ago. Flamenco was playing with this. So Whitner pegs made this more easy to play and to tune.
Are these
this is
real
the-
ebony?
Well, the old ones were ebony,
Yeah.
but these were our special graphite material, and it's same easy as a normal machine head. But we keep the tradition.
Okay.
This is the Gypsy King guitars that Nicolas Reyes signs and plays around the world. And I go on stage in Gypsy Kings around the world, explain about flamenco and inspire young people to play musical instruments. I was 2 weeks ago in the Royal Albert Hall, 5,000 people, and it's a great marketing of going on stage and explain to people what's music, what's flamenco. Flamenco is happiness and sadness, el duende. It comes from your heart. It's magic music. It's gospel. So every concert is different. It depends your inspiration.
Yeah, I know the flamenco goes together with dance.
Exactly.
Like the drama thing.
Full chord. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
So yeah.
And then we have other models here, electric neck for people that play electrical guitars, 48 dimension, narrow body, no feedback, truss rod. So this is a very practical samba guitar. And by the way, everything is made in Europe, very few in China. We want to protect our European industry.
But is this particular in Spain or
Spain and Romania.
Spain and Romania? Okay.
Because Spain is too expensive. We have too much social taxes.
Yeah, but it's obviously it's an old world, old world guitars.
Exactly.
Like all over European. And do you use woods from all over the world? I
Yes.
guess the exotic woods, some.
But you know why? In the Civil War in Spain, my grandfather was picking up the coffee boxes, and this was Brazilian rosewood. So my gold is the wood of my father and my grandfather. So being 121 years of this brand, I have the best woods in the will.
Brazilian rosewood is like a holy grail of
Exactly.
stone in the fingerboards.
And we have all legal CITES 800 sets. So if I have that wood, that's the reason why all these musicians play my instruments, because we have the best woods.
Nice, nice. Because we are on the Guitar Expo, so we may talk something more technical about guitars. So my question is, like, do you find it important to make the rosewood or other woods and cut them quarter tone for fingerboards, for example? Does the grain is important in your guitars? Do you find it like it's always something that you check before you make a guitar?
Very good question. What we use is dead wood. We use fallen trees. Dead wood sounds better than green wood. We need to protect our planet, so what we use is dead wood. We don't cut wood. And I put seeds in the guitars, so when you buy an MR guitar, you can plant a tree.
That's nice, that's nice. But you don't use timber that was cut already?
I use timber cut already, but I try to use the dead wood, because the
Okay.
dead wood, there's no resin. The resin is the blood of the wood. And if it's dead, it sounds much better than green wood. Plus, we protect the environment. For example, this guitar is café cortado. We have a version of Spanish, café olé, and made in Romania, café cortado. I'm using dead cedar. This wood, when it's dark, it's dead wood. So when it's very dark wood, like spruce or cedar, it means
Yes.
that it's not green wood. And we found out it sounds better. Plus,
This
we
is a
put
cedar? Yeah, this one?
cedar and spruce. It's
Okay.
coffee with milk.
But
Café
the-
cortado.
And you connected two types of wood on this soundboard?
Yes. You know why? Because we found out that the trebles and the basses sound better, more balanced, mixing spruce and cedar. Cedar is soft, spruce is stiffness.
Yes, yes.
So we make that mix,
both together.
and we
goes
get a
well.
great balance on trebles and basses.
Nice, nice. I find that soundboard is very important, but so is the fingerboard. Like, do you have your favorite wood, like for ebony versus rosewood?
Well, I like more ebony because for the friction, it lasts longer. But of course, ebony is getting difficult to get, same as cedar tops.
Yes,
You see,
yes.
a piece of ebony of a fingerboard is 100 years of a tree. And the more black, the more old. If it's white, it's a young tree. So we have to wait a lot to make that wood naturally get dark. Nowadays, you have like black wood. This is an artificial, man-made fingerboard.
Or rich light. yes,
Exactly. And
yeah.
it sounds as good and its stiffness, but that way we don't cut trees.
Nice.
so
do you use
I'm
rich light
open
on your
to-
guitars?
I'm sorry?
Do you use rich light on your guitars?
No, I only use ebony fingerboards because we have a very natural classical sound. But for
Okay.
electrical guitars, you can use it because it's all plug.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But for us as acoustic, the whole components of this body is affects the sound.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like, so the wood, it has to be natural wood. You don't go on compromises. Like, we've seen like Chinese guitars that use like black wood that is artificial.
That's fine, because the Chinese make so many guitars, they will kill our forest. So it's good to protect our instruments.
Yes, because they are not like
No.
a piece of art.
No, they think differently. They are massive manufacturing.
That's true.
We are all handmade instruments. There's a soul. What we make in our brand is rich in sound, rich in history, rich in beauty. And that's what we make every single day.
I see that a lot of classical guitars have sound holes within different places over the body. Can you say something more like?
Yeah, like this.
Yes,
What we do here is it's branding on stage, the MR, and then from this sound hole you listen while you're playing. So when you're on stage, you're playing.
Yeah.
That's people see the brand, and you can listen while you're playing.
And the people, he was going on a PA system because it's usually
Exact. No
electric.
feedback. There's no feedback, and I designed this guitar 20 years ago, and it's great success. You know, Carlos Santana, Sting plays, many flamenco players, South Americans. So I'm always designing new stuff because the Chinese will copy me, but I don't care. I'm always creating new instruments.
Very nice. And can you say something about electronics? Like we have a Fishman presses blend, like
Yeah.
it's with microphone, yes?
Yeah, I like this system because it has, you can, for recording, you can combine or mic or pickup or both. It's a great combination. Plus, if you see the back,
And there's an EQ also.
yes,
So you can tweak everything like
exactly.
trebles,
But
bass.
there's several models from Fishman. Also, this guitar, this back is very difficult to make that body curve. You see, cypress comes from Aranjuez. It's the best wood in the world for flamenco guitars in South Madrid. It's from the Royal Gardens, and when a tree falls down, the forest guard calls us because there's no wood. So when we see a storm, a tree's gonna fall down, we are with our phones alert to
But
get this wood.
you have long friendship with them.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Like it's
exactly.
100 and how many years since the beginning of Manuel Rodriguez?
121.
121. It's pretty long.
So
time.
I have to say, I'm so happy that Guitar Center and the management done this show because we need shows like this. Our industry is shrinking. We need more young people to play musical instruments, and it's a great inspiration for us. First day, first time, all this passion from Poland. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Polish people.
Thank you a lot. It was great pleasure for having you here and explain us a little bit about your history. And I hope that your son will get it longer, and we'll see like the fourth line of Manuel Rodriguez in the
Well,
future.
we're working on the fourth generation.
Fourth generation.
He is learning. He's about 23, Marcos Rodriguez, so we'll see. And we keep going. It's day by day. Every day is a miracle in life. But we make people happy in the music industry. And that's very important.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.